Picture this. You're at a family gathering and everyone's cooing over your little bundle of joy. But the moment Anne-Marie, whom they've never met, reaches out for a cuddle, your baby's smile turns into a wail of terror. Sounds familiar? Welcome to the world of stranger danger, a developmental phase that's as normal as it is nerve-wracking. But why do babies, who once giggled at any smiling face, suddenly start eyeing the mailman like he's a character from a horror movie? The answer lies in their rapidly evolving brains. From about 6 months old, babies start to grasp the concept of familiar versus stranger. It's a sign of healthy brain development, but can leave parents wondering if they're raising a mini introvert. Now, if you think this is just a Western phenomenon, think again. Across the globe, babies exhibit this fear of strangers, though how it's expressed can vary. In the Caribbean, where community and extended family is a must, babies are often surrounded by a myriad of faces from birth. Does this exposure make them less likely to develop stranger anxiety? Hold that thought. We'll explore this intriguing question later. Let's dive into the science behind this fear. Stranger anxiety typically kicks in between 6 to 12 months. It's when babies start understanding who's who in their world. They realize that the lady who feeds them sings to them and makes those funny faces. Yeah, that's mom. And that other guy who's always around. Dad. Everyone else? Potential boogeyman. This phase is crucial for survival. Back in our cave-dwelling days, being wary of strangers meant staying safe from harm. Fast forward to today, and while the threats have changed, the instinct hasn't. It's not just about recognizing faces. It's about understanding social dynamics. Your baby is learning the complex art of human relationships, and that's no small achievement. But let's bust a myth while we're at it. Stranger anxiety doesn't mean your baby will grow up to be shy or antisocial. It's a temporary, normal part of development. In fact, it's a sign your baby is forming strong, healthy attachments. Now, about that Caribbean twist. In many Caribbean cultures, it's common for babies to be passed around like a hot potato at gatherings. It's a way of building community bonds. But does this make Caribbean babies more sociable? Not necessarily. While exposure to different people can help, the key is how these interactions are handled. If a baby is gently introduced to new faces in a safe, familiar environment, they're more likely to react positively. Fast forward to the toddler years, and this fear of strangers begins to diminish, but the transition isn't always smooth. The key is patience and gradual exposure. Let your baby take the lead in new social situations. If they're clinging to you for dear life, don't force them to high-five your neighbor. Give them time to observe and warm up at their own pace. Remember, each baby is unique. Some might wave at strangers like they're running for office, while others view the grocery store like it's a scene from a thriller. Both are normal. The goal is to support your baby through this phase, not rush them through it. One effective approach is to model social interactions. Let your baby see you interacting positively with strangers. It teaches them that not every new face is a threat, and when introducing them to new people, do it gradually. Start with short visits and familiar settings. So back to our earlier question, does the Caribbean approach make a difference? Yes and no. While the constant socializing can help, it's the quality of interactions that matter most. A baby who's gently introduced to new faces in a loving, supportive environment, whether in the Caribbean, Canada, or anywhere in the world, is more likely to navigate stranger anxiety with ease. Babies' fear of strangers is a fascinating, although challenging phase. It's a testament to their developing brains and budding social skills. As parents, our role is to guide them through this journey with patience, understanding, and maybe a little help from our Caribbean playbook. So next time your baby gives the side eye to your friend, remember, they're not being rude. They're just figuring out this complex world one face at a time. And there you have it, A deep dive into the world of babies and their fear of strangers? Got any stories or tips to share? Drop them in the comments. And if you found this insight as intriguing as a baby's first steps, don't forget to subscribe for more content that mixes education with a sprinkle of Caribbean flavor.